Hello, everyone, and welcome to Snap Take. Happy new card day. I think we have the best deck for the new card. We also have the very best deck I've played with Galactus for steps right here at the start of the video, and so much more for you. A new take on discard. Why not? We're going to kick it off with Rabbit Sweets Galactus 2099. This is a simple Doom 2099 list that takes advantage of Invisible Woman and Galactus for steps to win an awful lot of games. This is one of the strongest decks I've played this season, and while Galactus First Steps isn't a requirement for it, he does make this deck better. You can find Rabbit Sweet at twitch.tv/RabbitSweetHS. He is a dominant Marvel Snap player, someone who has been near the top of tournaments multiple times. You need Invisible Woman, Fantastic Card, Doom 2099, Thing, and Surge for this deck. So basically, you need two cards that many people have, Surge in 2099, and a bunch of last season stuff. If you're missing Mr. Fantastic First Steps, you can try Zabu. Bob can be Black Cat. You can run sort of any end of turn for Makari here. Torch First Steps is actually kind of fine. And Galactus can be Red Hulk or Magneto, though again, he is quite good here. Sunspot is very simple. Let's go card by card and explain. Sunspot is very simple. You drop him early. Sometimes you just drop him late. If you don't see any of your big cards, you're happy to make him a big card with Invisible Woman. He gets decently sized, and you're perfectly happy to run that. Hydra Bob is yet another card that's not actually buffed by Invisible Woman, but is buffed by Fantastic Card. 1/6s are good. Mr. Fantastic First Steps is one of the best cards in the game. He's here. He can give you one of your sixes for cheaper. He can give you your Fantastic Car or your 2099 cheaper, or he can just make stuff harder to plan for. Surge gives you early 2099. That's kind of why it's here. It's just a really, really strong card. Makari is a free play. Free plays are good, again, especially we're trying to fill every spot on the board. Invisible Woman gives us an extra Doombot for 2099. Everything else she does here is nice, but not nearly as pivotal. The Sunspot thing is nice. The thing, the extra 2 power for the thing is nice, not pivotal. She's really here for the extra Doom bot, unlike many other decks where she's like the power card. 2099 is in fact the power card here. He still puts up enough power to get 20 in multiple lanes, 20s in multiple lanes, which is enough to win, especially when you combine with the thing eating something and Fantastic First Steps buffing a bunch of the board. Again, I say this every video, but Fantastic Art with just Sunspot, Hydra Bob, and Mr. Fantastic is going to play for a 413, a bigger than Galactus. It is a seriously powerful card that you need to own. Blue Marble is a board wide buff. He plays for like a 513 if you can fill all the spots, and this deck often can. The Thing also plays for like a 513, 514, and is incredibly powerful in the process, destroying your opponent's card, basically guaranteeing you a lane. As that card guarantees you a lane, use Doom to fill the lanes, use Galactus to win another lane, and then you are good to go. It's just that simple for this list. So turn 1 Bob over Sunspot, turn 2 Surge or Fantastic. If Doom 29 is in your deck, please play Surge first. If not, Fantastic is fine. Turn 3 Invisible Woman over a 2-drop. Turn 4 Doom over Fantasticar. And for anyone who's new, the white means that you are often snapping right around here. The green means this is a potential snap condition. Turn 5 is a nice simple Thing or Blue Marvel. Sometimes you'll play Fantasticar too. And then turn 6 Galactus or Doom. Figure out what you think your opponent's going to do and how much power you need. This deck is disgusting. It's really, really good. Props to Rabbit Sweet for coming up with it. If you are having trouble on ladder and you would like something simple to play and climb with, I cannot urge you to play this deck enough. We are giving away a season pass this week. We gave away 5 on yesterday's videos. Excuse me, we gave away 8 on yesterday's video. So if you missed that, please do make sure you check out that video. In the meantime, if you'd like a season pass, you have to do a sub, like, and comment on any video this week on this channel. In addition, we have our major Snap Judgments League coming this month. It's actually coming next week. This is the last week for sign up. So if you want to sign up, make sure you check out patreon.com/snapjudgments and make sure you check out our Discord linked in the description to this and every video. Make sure you join the Snap Judgments League, one of the best leagues in Marvel Snap, the biggest league in Marvel Snap, and the best way to play competitive Marvel Snap with the busy schedule of an adult. Next up, we've got the card that comes out later today as of recording. It is Frankie Raye Nova. She is the 8/12 Spotlight card. She is, after the next time you play a 6-cost card, double this card's power. And it's only once. Let's get that out of the way. You're not going to be able to play multiple 6s and double her and then redouble her. That would be broken. But even doubling her once is very powerful. All you need to do is buff her. A lot of buff decks don't play 6s, but I did find one buff deck that definitely plays 6s. I'm not sure there's many homes for her, but I'm pretty sure this home for her is going to be incredibly strong. And I think that probably gives her a home in the metagame. There is one deck that really wants this card, and it is this one. So this is a Frankie Nova buff deck. You are fine using her buffed to win games. You are also fine just sort of like not using her at all in this deck, right? You have so many ways to buff her, and we need multiple buff targets to play her. So what's the other buff target we really want? In my opinion, that is Mysterio. Mysterio spreads the buffs all over the board. Frankie gets the buffs really tall. So we can use Agony for Frankie, and then for either Mysterio or Frankie, we've got Mr. Fantastic for steps, Fastos, and we've also got Gwenpool. We have an extra bit of Herbie buff there too, but Herbie is also just an extra reason for us to run Agony, because if we run Agony and we get the Herbie double, we're also pretty damn happy there. Any double with Agony on it, whether it be Herbie or Nova, that is a 12 power card, and that's obviously a lane threatener. Mr. Fantastic, Fastos, or Gwenpool could make the card a 5. Gwenpool could obviously make it bigger. That is the fundamental goal and prospect of this deck. The creator of this deck is me. I'll be playing this deck mainly on stream once this card comes out, twitch.tv/PulseGlazer. Make sure you're there. This deck needs Sasquatch, Mockingbird, Mr. Fantastic, Agony, and Gwenpool. Yeah, I know. That's a lot of high series cards. But they are a lot of high series cards that have been good for a long time, so hopefully you own them. Also, Agony was free. Frankie and Herbie aren't actually needed for this archetype. Rhino and Sam are fine. You can run Rhino and like a Red Guardian. You can mix and match as you so choose. I'm going all in on the buffs. Fastos can be Nakia or Hope. Fastos has a lot of value in this deck. You could also try Surge, by the way, in one of these spots. But Fastos has a lot of value in this deck. Let's go card by card and explain. So Agony is fine. Like putting +3 on anything is good, but you want to hit Herbie and Nova because then when you double them, you're really happy. Mr. Fantastic has the obvious ability to make any of your buffs bigger or buff any of your cards, while Herbie can do the same, but also energy for Herbie is often very good, especially if that comes up on turn 5. Herbie is also a potential extra buff of 1 on Nova, which is not enough, but hey, it's a 2 power buff. That's a Galacta hit on Nova. You're pretty happy with that. Merlin, meanwhile, gives us something to do with our extra Mysterio clones when we don't get them buffed. Turning them into extra energy or extra power is great. If we've used Herbie already, let's say for a rock, and that rock is here for Mockingbird, we can get rid of our Merlin, or we can do a Mr. Fantastic on the last turn of the game. There's a lot of options for Merlin, and obviously getting rid of the negative locations is good. Mysterio is here because we have so many ways to buff it. Just a single hit on Mysterio turns it into a 210. Two hits turns it into a 214. You love to see it. That is Dr. Doom's power for very cheap energy, and we have multiple ways to buff it. Bishop is here because of Mysterio. That's +3 power on Bishop. Bishop ends up 8-9 power, a very strong 3-drop in this list. From there, we have Frankie Raye Nova, we've sort of talked about. We want to buff it, then we want to play Mockingbird or Sasquatch and watch it go up and become a lane winning threat. Fastos can be our buff. It can also give us extra energy. On turn 5, we want to play as many cards as humanly possible because we want to get Sasquatch as cheap as possible, and Fastos helps us do that. Power must be controlled. Then Gwenpool does all the buffing things we want, and Mockingbird gets cheaper from Herbie's Rock, from the Mysterio clones, and from whatever Merlin transforms. A decent amount of stuff. I'd like one more, but it doesn't really fit. So Mockingbird gets cheaper, but we should be able to make Sasquatch almost free because we have Mysterio. Well, let's go through the turn by turn to show you why. So I think this is genuinely the sleeper card in the sleeper deck of the month. I think that this is going to be way better than people are considering. Turn 1, Agony Pass. Turn 2, Mr. Fantastic is over Herbie, which is more or less equal to Merlin. Turn 3, we go Fastos or Bishop. Turn 4, Gwenpool or 2/2. And then turn 5, this is the blow up turn. We go Agony or a Merlin spell along with Frankie and Mysterio. And at that point, we should have either buff Frankie or Mysterio or both, and we should be able to just go off. We end the game with either Sasquatch or Mockingbird and Shang-Chi, and that's it. Like this deck puts up crazy power while also being really, really hard to interact with. I love it. I think you'll love it too. Give this one a try. As if you decide to get Frankie Raye Nova. Before we go forward, if you're willing to please hit that sub button, like, and comment, it would really help the channel out. We're doing our very best to continue to give the best Marvel Snap content and grow as much as we can. So hit that sub, please. And I'll be live on Twitch tomorrow. We established that. All right. Your thoughts on Frankie are all you have to answer in order to enter to win the season pass. Next up, Heart of the Cards created this really, really cool Agatha deck. It's a lower to the ground Agatha deck that's really good with Redshift. Redshift has been the card of the month so far, and in large part, Redshift has been the card of the month because it makes Agatha reliable. This is an extraordinarily reliable and disruptive Agatha deck that wins an awful lot of games of Marvel Snap. I generally assume people want to win games of Marvel Snap, and so this deck is great. You can find our friend Heart of the Cards at twitch.tv/Heart of the Card Snap. Wonderful, wonderful Marvel Snap player. This deck needs Black Knight, Fenris, and Redshift. Everything high series in the deck, but it is only 3 cards, and I believe 2 of them are series 4. So there is that. Okay. Black Knight, you discard Agatha, you get a 14 power shard. It's pretty simple here, right? You really want to play Black Knight and then play Redshift or then play Lady Sif, and then you get all that power. Quinjet makes your shard cheaper. It also makes your Redshift card cheaper. That's all it does, but that's often plenty. Fenrir's Wolf um, brings back whatever you destroy from your opponent. You have or discard from your opponent. You have Gambit, Negasonic, and Moon Knight to disrupt your opponent. That's usually pretty damn good at getting you a good Fenrir's target. Redshift is here once more for Agatha. We've established that. It also gives you a 6-drop that you could hopefully play for 5. Cosmo is your protection. If you have to Ghost Rider early, you can Cosmo on turn 5. Make sure that your stuff is protected. Also disrupts opponents. Gambit is this amazing high roll card. Juggernaut lets you win lanes on the cheap. Moon Knight disrupts opponents. Negasonic blows up their stuff. All of these work well except Juggernaut with the Fenrir's Wolf. Lady Sif is our backup Agatha discarder. Discarding Agatha is usually relatively straightforward because, well, you draw more of your deck because Agatha starts in your hand. And then, of course, Ghost Rider's here to get our Aggie back. Hart went 18-2 with this, so I don't know. Maybe play it. Turn 1, Black Knight over Quinjet. Turn 2, Redshift, but Agatha plays that turn, so sometimes you're going to get Fenris or an extra 1-drop. Turn 3, we want Redshift. If not, we want Lady Sif or Moon Knight. I generally prefer Redshift to Sif, even on turn 3, though, especially because you can play Black Knight and Redshift, or if you have Quinjet, that card is cheaper, whereas Sif is more power, but less flexible. Turn 4, Shard or Rider. Or a 3-drop. And then turn 5, we're going 3+2, and this is the turn we really want to get Fenris out. We end with some combination of Juggernaut, Negasonic, and Cosmo, trigger our Fenris, and win the game. Art's brilliant. I mean, this is just a fantastic list, and I think you should definitely give it a try if you have access to these cards. Before we go further, I know my new schedule has made it harder for some of you to watch streams. If you're interested in checking out the stream team, please do so. It is now Tuesday, so Prashant should be live around 12 p.m. Eastern. Next up, we got our friend Phil Woodward. It's been a while since Phil posted a deck, and Phil created this really cool discard list that sort of really counters the meta because it beats the crap out of Invisible Woman because everything with Supergiant does, while also putting up enough power to sort of mess with anything. This is a power spike deck galore. Let's talk about how if you can't see the combos. But first, you can find Phil at twitter.com/PhilipJWoodward. This deck needs Supergiant, Proxima, Meek, and Scorn. You can try without Scorn, but I don't think I would. Corvus can be Colleen. Corvus is sort of your backup MODOK here. You desperately need MODOK in this list. All right, so Meek is a big scaler, so are Collector and Morbius. That's it. You can sometimes get 2 of particularly Morbius with Moon Girl, which is a very powerful thing to do. All good? It's just that simple. Scorn, meanwhile, gets discarded multiple times while growing your board. Great to see. Also very good with Moon Girl if you can discard multiple times. Morbius is here for the discard stuff. Collector grows largely from the Moon Girl, the Scorn, and the Helicarrier in this list. Wolverine doesn't keep rediscarding, but you're perfectly happy to, if you have gotten double Wolverine, use a MODOK or whatever to discard your hand, or discard as much as possible, and then you get 2 5-power cards for free. You can also often get 2 7-power cards for free from Proxima. Corvus Glaive is your backup MODOK. It helps you discard some stuff. It's the only 2 discarder in the game outside of MODOK, so it's here. Lady Sif is a way to get rid of Helicarrier on demand, a good thing to have, but not a card you generally play otherwise. Once in a while, you'll be able to hit Proxima. Moon Girl is again trying to give us double Morbius, double Proximus, or double Wolverine, depending on what the situation is. We're also not against double Scorns. We have Supergiant. So our main goal here is to play Supergiant, then MODOK, then fill our hand, and then discard it all. Cool. Like at the end of the game, MODOK reveals, discards everything. You power spike. You play the MODOK plays the Proximus and Wolverines. You end up with 14 from Proxima, double Proxima, 10 from Wolverine, 24 power in discarded stuff. And of course, Helicarrier has the potential to give you extra stuff that can also grow Collector. I think Helicarrier might be the worst card in the deck. We might want like a Mobius or some, not a Mobius, a Dakin or something over it. But then I also want like a buff for Dakin, and now the deck gets really complicated. Either way, this deck is working really, really well right now and is very fun and very unique. Very unique is another thing. Shh. Turn 1, we play Mike. Turn 2, Collector over Morbius. Turn 3, we're going Lady Sif over A2 plus over A2, generally speaking, if we have the right cards in hand. If not, we play A2. Turn 4, Supergiant over Moon Girl. Turn 5, MODOK if we play Supergiant. Moon Girl if we can get multiple Morbiuses or multiple important cards. Then turn 6, we can either play MODOK or we can still play Moon Girl if our MODOK is now hidden. Real simple, real effective. Combo, dominate, free power. Easy snaps, easy wins that just the opponent can't plan for. Take advantage of this before people know it exists, please. Before we go forward, if you're interested, please check out patreon.com/snapjudgments, a great way to support the channel and the way to join the Snap Judgments League. Saying thank you to Jonesy Snap 22, our Patreon of the month, Abigail Gleason, Mandatory Burnout, Irregardless, Always Kind, LAB, Ink, The Graph Fan, Frostband, you sure are, check them out on Twitch, Hota Navarrete, Prime Ryan of the Prime Mind app, Ryan Burke, Berkey, Ryan Wood Snap, check them out on YouTube, Ren Wrench, Gopher Kev, Keltor, Caretix Lee, The Kid Questions, Koi Ray, Rude, and Kazushi, all those Ks ending in Archangel 3K, not 3K, so many more. Black Dahlia, Perforos, the Goatsy, and Code, our Alliance leaders. Load Synth, hopefully you're doing well, Synth. Haven't seen you in a bit. Pat Nick, Absolute Shannon. Hey, Shan. Dirty Casual, Moogs, Dark Moogle, Mr. Kerfuffle, Cables, Ginger Prime, Philip Radfitch, Haplo, Kenny Loggins of the Danger Zone, The Notorious Biz of Black Cheapers 23, Exorcy, and Skippy G are in fact rhyming friends. Jessica Gamble, hey Jess, Slush Death, who I meant to thank yesterday because he created basically all the decks and all that information for yesterday's slideshow. So thank you, Slush Death, the winner of the first ever Snap Judgments League. The King of Bros, bro, the Great Kazoo, Werewolf, Caves, the Hoda Clam, Colonel Forbin, Rob Zubin, David Wingfield, Stephen, Brian Hoffman, Tristan H. Martin, Jason B., Matt V., Corwin, John Q, and Jimmy Mick. You keep down, you stout, 8th Stage, one big man, Cactus, my favorite Foley, Reapser, Steve O, 131, Yo Marco, Dead Bro, Quid Pro Joe. Check out Snap Decisions Podcast Joe. Snap Decisions Podcast is great. Bickety Boom Bot. Bricks do click on Twitch, please. Green Goblin. Unibot V2 on YouTube, Flan56, Spectrumix, Only Fox, Matt H, DJ, Mikey Jinx, No Frickin' Flex, Nick the Geek on Twitch once in a while, Toxic Soul King is likewise on Twitch, Zodrex74, what's up Zod, check him out on Twitch, King of Canada, JJ on Twitch and YouTube, Dan Man Falcon, check out Dan Man on YouTube please, Thor Newman, what's up Newman, check him out on YouTube too, Two Ties, who does in fact wear Two Ties and runs the Snap Judgments League now, is here. We have the great Learner devs of the Snap on This podcast, the Pirate King Tucker of every social media out there, and of course, going to T where the T stands for. My throat hurts. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tonight for stream and tomorrow for more Snap Take. Peace.